NASA's first asteroid sample has landed, now secure in clean room. This sample, an estimated 8.8 ounces, or 250 grams, will be transported in its unopened canister by aircraft to NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston on Monday, September 25. NASA Goddard provides overall mission management, systems engineering, and the safety and mission assurance for osiris-rex. Osiris-rex at the University of Arizona, Tucson said, "Today marks an extraordinary milestone not just for the osiris-rex team, but for science as a whole." osiris-rex is the third mission in NASA's New Frontiers program, managed by NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center in Huntsville, Alabama. Canada House Speaker apologizes after celebrating Ukrainian veteran who fought for Nazi unit in World War II. The speaker hailed Hunka as a war hero who served in the 1st Ukrainian Division and fought for Ukrainian independence against the Russian aggressors then, and continues to support the troops today. Several human rights and Jewish organizations have condemned the recognition, saying Hunka served in a Nazi military unit known as the 14th Waffen Grenadier Division of the SS. Jewish human rights organization B'nai Brit Canada said in a statement, Hunka, who immigrated to Canada after serving in the 14th Waffen SS, a Nazi unit whose members swore allegiance to Adolf Hitler during World War II, received a standing ovation from members of parliament. Biden seeks to win over Pacific leaders as Solomon Islands turns back on talks. President Joe Biden will host Pacific leaders at the White House this week, as the U.S. seeks to bolster its engagement with the nations amid growing concern about China's presence in the region. Biden hosted a first summit with 14 Pacific Island nations a year ago, at which his administration promised to work harder with allies and partners to address their needs. Why is satellite internet significant? For remote areas in Canada and around the world, satellites are often their best option for maintaining internet access. In Canada, satellite connections are frequently used by rural and remote populations to access the internet. However, these connections are problematic because the technology often malfunctions and creates frequent service outages. The disparity in internet connection between these rural areas and urban areas is a persistent issue that has yet to be resolved despite many technological advancements. How it works: the satellite in orbit is contacted by the user's dish, and the satellite transmits and receives data to and from a ground station run by the Internet Service Provider (ISP). Satellite network systems are going to be more and more important in the future. The development of satellite internet is still ongoing, with efforts being made to increase speed, decrease latency, and broaden coverage. By offering internet connectivity to underprivileged and inaccessible places, the technology is particularly important.